brain does is try to put those together. Lines that are parallel due to perspective are eventually going to be meeting together.
Damn. Fine. Baba. Make him.
Take a second to look around the room you're sitting in. Look for the lines that mark walls meeting the ceiling, or the edges of doorways and windows. Now, look back here. Through your visual cortex, your brain uses familiar patterns it sees in these lines as shortcuts to map out the room around you. Your brain does this so efficiently, it often makes assumptions about features of your environment that aren't accurate. Want to see what we mean? Brokers has set up an experiment to show you. Take a look at these two bars. They are exactly the same size. Now look at them. Does one look bigger than the other?
Yes.
If the top one looks bigger now, your brain is making the assumption that it's placed farther away on the train tracks. If it really were farther away, it would have to be considerably larger to look the
No,
size
it's
it
not
does.
far away.
So your brain overcompensates, and you actually see the top bar as longer. Weird, right? Here's another illusion for you. Take a good look. Which table is thinner and longer? On the left or on the right? They are exactly the same. But these vertical lines appear to recede far into the background, tricking your brain into seeing them as longer than these horizontal lines. Perspective cues are processed so effectively by your brain, you likely rarely think about them. But they're crucial to helping you see a 3D world through which objects can move. And seeing how objects move is one of the most critical skills your brain has.
Determining the speed and direction of things, whether they're moving towards or away from you, can be a matter of life and death.
So how does your brain splice together individual moments into a seamless, moving reality? Let's start with this illusion. Stare at the X in the middle of the image. Do you see the green dot moving around in a circle? Now try to follow that green dot with your eyes. Nothing there, right? This illusion helps demonstrate how quickly your brain finds motion in your surroundings. Want to see how it does this? As you watch the X, neurons throughout your visual cortex compare the image you're looking at from one moment to the next. Specific neurons track the changing position of objects between the images, allowing you to comprehend
It's how I
them as
saw
moving
it.
through space.
What?
In the moving circle test, the missing dot here leaves an after image. As this after image shifts position, your brain sees a pattern that it decides is motion, and it stitches together the frames to see a moving green dot. Cool, right?
Saw
You may
it.
not realize it, but your brain
Me
deals
too.
with illusions of
No, you
motion
didn't.
every day. In fact,
Oh, I did.
witnessing one right now on your screen.
Movies are composed of a number of still frames, but these frames are really fast following each other, so the brain assumes that they have to be generated by something that's moving.
Your brain is constantly analyzing motion for indications that danger is present in your environment. But it's also specially evolved to read a great deal of information in a specific kind of movement: human motion. Take a look at these dots. Do you see that they're the outline of two people? We have a question for you. What are these two people doing? If you said arguing, You are correct. So how is your brain able to figure out such a complex action with such a rudimentary set of dots?
The human brain is hardwired to recognize biological motion, which is not just motion of people, but motion of animals or anything that's living. There are parts of the brain that are specifically organized to analyze motion before our conscious brains even become aware of it.
Is a professor of dance and media arts at University of California, Irvine. He's working with 2 actors at an LA motion capture studio to see how good you are figuring out what they're only these dots. To generate the images, markers are placed on the actors' joints, which are tracked by cameras throughout the room.
Motion capture generates these fields of dots, we call point clouds. When we're viewing those point clouds in the way that we're used to, it's surprisingly easy for the human brain to pick out details of the movement.
Want a shot at more of these dot tests? Crawford is having the actors perform several activities for you. Try to figure out what they're doing, and we'll show you the answers. Ready? Count how many you get right.
Chuck.
Dancing.
They're lifting weights.
Basketball. Basketball.
How'd you do on those?
I got them all right.
No, you did
I
it.
did.
What are the actors doing now? Have you decided what our actors are doing yet? Was that one difficult for you? Not surprisingly, you're best at identifying activities you're most familiar with. Research suggests if you play basketball or fence, you're more likely to correctly identify these more specific activities.
Movement is an extremely powerful communication tool, and with the motion capture system, we're trying to understand what it is about those movements that are so powerful that make us respond emotionally or expressively.
So what's going on in your brain that allows you to see such specific meaning in a bunch of dots?
Drop it down.
To help answer that question, our actors are going to perform a scene for you. Watch this one closely. I have a question for you about what you experienced. Action. Who was the guy last night?
Oh, we've been a little jealous. Honestly, he was asking me how to get to the bathroom.
Well, didn't look like it.
Oh my god!
Stop. Let's look at that again.
Oh, we've been a little jealous. Honestly, he was asking me how to get to the bathroom.
Well, didn't look like it.
Ouch. How did that look? Painful? More importantly, how did it feel? Many of you probably also experienced sensations of pain just by watching.
Hello. One of the big mysteries of human nature is why we enjoy being spectators. It turns out one of the reasons is because when we're watching someone else do something, our brain doesn't think we're watching it. Our brain is convinced we're actually doing it too.
Look at Swimmer, but sweep that shit up
And
there.
contributing editor at Wired magazine. One of his areas of interest is in mirror neurons.
Mirror neurons are this really funny category of neurons. Every time I see you smile, my own brain lights up as if I was smiling. Every time I see you jump, shoot a basketball, my own brain lights up as if I were doing it too.
It's still emerging science, but it's believed mirror neurons are part of the reason you so easily read action in dot tests.
I didn't blanket in the floor.
Now what way? Now what way? Okay, never. See how much they are. She does. So she can come over here. I'll have to tell her. I mean, you can't say that because I want nobody to fucking Tasha or fucking Obi can't know.